Hi guys, and welcome to this mindfulness at work preventing burnout recording. Now I'm really passionate about work burnout because I've actually been there myself. So I am now just going to share my screen so you can see the presentation as well. And I'm going to move this here so I can see what's going on. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. So welcome everyone. Mindfulness at work, preventing burnout is really top of the agenda at the moment. It's so up there with everything else. So let's just understand a little bit more about working burnout. Um, Burnout goes beyond everyday stress. It's a state of deep physical and emotional exhaustion, often accompanied by feelings of helplessness or disconnection. When under pressure, we believe that working harder will solve everything. But with burnout, no amount of effort seems to make a difference. It often stems from feeling undervalued, or stretched too thinly. Now, high achievers and perfectionists are particularly vulnerable from work burnout. So, I love this analogy. Think of you as an elastic band, and every time that elastic band stretches even further and further, comes back further and further until one point it's gonna snap. That's when burnout happens. Okay. So we really need to pay attention to those burnout signals. Okay. When we're feeling tired, fatigued, feeling that everything's on top of us, we're getting emotional. We can see physical signs within our body. That we're starting to burn out. So notice the triggers and the frustrations that we have at work. Okay, really notice and really identify what those triggers are. And identify your areas of where you're feeling stuck, where there's resistance within your work, and then seek practical solutions or go and seek support, help and how to move forward from these areas that you've identified. It's really important to go and ask for support, go and ask for help, go and ask to go and talk to someone because you have the right to do that. Okay. Recognize the early signs of stress, be it physical or emotional. We could notice it physically where we're feeling tired and we're feeling drained, or it could be emotionally where our emotions are running really high. Don't wait until you're overwhelmed. Don't wait for that elastic band to actually finally snap. Build in regular breaks to recharge. So if you do have breaks scheduled into your day, take them. Take that time to just walk out of the office, walk out of your treatment room, walk out of wherever you are to recharge. Don't take this with you. Don't take your mobile phone with you because it's only another distraction that's going to take you away from recharging and recentering yourself. Take that break. Take your lunch hour. Don't work through your lunch hour. Try not to have your lunch at your desk because you are not turning off. You're not allowing yourself to recharge. Go and take a walk. Don't take the lift, take the stairs. Get your energy going within your body. Get all of that blood pumping through your system again. Get, that numb bum from where you've been sat down all that long. And, give yourself a stretch, have a walk around the block, do whatever it needs to take. Go to the restroom, go to the coffee machine, go and get a coffee or a tea or whatever it is you drink. Fill up your water bottle to keep yourself hydrated, but make sure you get those regular breaks to recharge. Be mindful of taking on more than you can comfortably handle and learn to say no. Really, really practice saying no when you're uncomfortable with handling anything else. Let go of the need to do everything flawlessly. Nothing has to be done to perfection, you know. And if it does need to be done to perfection, get your whole team involved, okay? And, really learn to say that one word, no. It's the hardest one to do. Seek greater meaning in your work beyond your paycheck. Find a purpose in your tasks and look for the ways to make a positive impact within that. Even if it means, your workload has gone too much, say no, get help, get your team involved to make sure that, it's more of a positive impact. Release the need to do it all yourself. Delegation is powerful. You need to trust in your team to be able to delegate and to share the responsibilities to lighten your workload. And by lightening your workload, you will lighten your team's workload as well by sharing everything out. But just be mindful who you share that to. Make sure that you haven't shared it all to one person. You've delegated it to your team. Or if you are a team of two, then delegate it evenly between you. Or if you're a team of one, make sure you allocate the designated time to getting that responsibility, that task done, and it's done in a timely manner, and you're not rushing it, okay? And it's all about communication and working your time as a team together. Advocate for a realistic workload. Again, communicate your needs to your supervisor, to your work colleagues, to your team. And by doing that, you can work towards a balance and you will be able to work out your workload and be able to work more comfortably with less stress so that elastic band isn't being pulled really tight and then relaxing. So it's working consistently on a balance. Okay. Value your team. Well, also needing boundaries. And we're doing that so especially after hours. You're maintaining a nice supportive team within work hours and set clear boundaries for your personal time. So your team has you when you're at work and in your work time. Outside of that time, that is your personal time. You don't want to be going around answering work messages, answering emails, clearing up someone's stuff that they haven't done. Really, really set the boundaries of this is my work time. This is now my personal time, and I'm not going to allow my work time to come into my personal time because we don't get much of it. And it's so, so important to have that. I'm going to give you a few things that are going to be setting mindful boundaries to protect your energy and your team's energy. So, I'm going to go through this in detail. So, stick to a set number of hours you work per day. So, work out how many hours you are going to work and stick to those hours. Try not to get distracted by these. Because they will, because we're there, we doom scroll, think, oh, we've got a message, we have to answer it right now. Oh, someone likes me. Oh no, it's just someone on there. Ignore that and just concentrate. Your work hours, this is when I'm working, this is when I've got my personal time to go doom scrolling if you want to. Okay. Leave your work at work and avoid bringing it home. Now, that's easier said than done if you work outside of the home, but if you work in the home, make a designated place to work. Have a work office or a designated place within the house. This is where I work, and outside of the boundaries is my home. So whatever happens in my home doesn't go into my workspace, and what happens in my workspace doesn't go into my home. That can be difficult, but you really, really need to have that structure. Now, if at all possible, you can go out to a coffee shop and work in a coffee shop. Excellent. Go off to the coffee shop, do your work, and come home. So really, really set those boundaries there. Now, only check your emails during work hours. Easier said than done. Our emails are always on here. So every time an email goes off, it's going to come up on here. So when you leave the office, put in the do not disturb. I am out of office. I will be back in tomorrow. So people know that no one's going to look at that email until you go back into work because you've scheduled time in your day to check those emails and you've scheduled your time because you're now managing your time better. You're now being able to say no when we're overloaded. You're being able to delegate different tasks and such like. So time management is key. Avoiding saying yes to tasks outside of your core responsibilities. Now, we all have core responsibilities that we need to do, and 9 times out of 10, they are outlined in our contracts. Sometimes there are some core responsibilities that don't get in there because it's something that's added on, but actually we do it all the time. So just be really, really mindful of saying yes to tasks that are outside your core responsibilities. Respect your bandwidth. Say, I am at capacity right now. If someone says, oh, can you do that? Say, I'm actually at capacity right now. I can't actually get that done. And then go from there. Either delegate or reschedule it in. You know, nothing's urgent. Nothing's urgently done right now, which goes on to our next one. Not everything is urgent. Unless you've got a deadline that's going to happen in 5 minutes, but with all of the delegation and the teamwork and the communication, we shouldn't have to come up with that. That someone's, oh my God, this needs to be done. If that does happen, you pull your team in together and go, right, okay, what can we move around? What can we move to a different place? So we've got the time to actually get this done. Okay. It's all about time planning and sticking to your boundaries. And when you're feeling that things are too much, take a quick break, go to the restroom, go and make a coffee, fill your water bottle up, even if it's full, go and empty it, fill it back up with cold water. Step away, leave your mobile phone, leave all your devices, anything that's going to distract you, leave it, go away, go to the restroom, get a drink. Do what you need to, breathe, reconnect with yourself, and then go back to the task in hand. Okay, so by incorporating mindfulness into your work, you know, we are creating healthier balance and protecting ourselves from burnout. But remember, take care of your mental and emotional well-being because this is key to sustaining long-term success and happiness within our career. So just be really, really mindful and try not to have that elastic band stretched so far that you break and you become into this really horrible mess. So hopefully I've given you some mindful things that you're able to action within your day to prevent you from reaching work burnout. sometimes you have to say yes, but 9 times out of 10 you're able to say no. 9 times out of 10 that task is not urgent. It can be delayed and rescheduled, or you'll be able to delegate it to someone who has just that little bit of extra time to do it. Okay, communication is key. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling overstretched, ask for help, get that support because you are entitled to it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say for now. So if you have any questions or anything like that, put it into my community chat if you're with me on schools, or follow me at Flourish with Emma1 on social media and drop me a direct message. Or if you want to feel that you need a little bit of support with this, go on to flourishwithemma.com and book a free 30-minute discovery call, and we can go through things with you, come up with a strategy and some things that will be able to help you. So thanks a lot for listening, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.